Welcome to another edition of IMO Sports with Pedro Justice. Were you able to watch the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. fight? If you did not watch it, it was quite entertaining. Now, of course, there's no way to turn back the hands of time, actually. But what did they do? They entertained, and that's what I was looking for. Now, I feel like how I was feeling and how most people were feeling, how Snoop Dogg was feeling, you just didn't want Roy to get hurt. Before the fight, I looked at Roy's legs and I saw Roy does not have his legs. So he's going to be in trouble. So he's going to need to use angles and he's going to need to spin and get out of the way. And that's what he did. Now, as far as Mike Tyson, I give my hats off to Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson looked in tremendous shape. Tremendous shape. He looked as though he was ready to go, and it looks as though he wanted to fight in spots to conserve his energy because after the fight, he looked like he could go a few more rounds. Now, the dynamic of it was interesting in how Roy was moving out of the way and how Mike was trying to hit him. But somewhere in me feels as though Mike was going to do this. Go hard, take it easy. Go hard, take it easy. And it's up to Roy if Roy actually moves out of the way of the punches. And I think that was his strategy because at one point in time, I saw his coach yelling at Mike. And I believe Mike was able to calm himself because, and I don't know if it was after the first round or second round where Roy, Mike had hit Roy after the bell and then he went and hugged him. And he was like, hey, man, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now, as far as the internet is concerned, the internet is undefeated. It was a draw. People are feeling that Mike won it. There are some people who feel that Roy stayed on the outside. It looks as though Mike had some of the more effective punches, but as you would have it, the internet is undefeated. They have the memes going. I mean, look at this one. It's a draw. Mike Tyson. Look at Stephen A. This is crazy. Mike Tyson. We got to do this again, Roy Jones. Like, the internet is ridiculous with this. Why nobody care about my A, Mike Tyson? It's funny, man. The post fight is just as entertaining as the fight. Now, in this fight, ESPN said you saw flashes, glimpses of what's going on. They scored. It said that Mike Tyson outlanded Roy Jones 67 punches to 37 with 35 body punches according to CompuBox. But they called it a draw. Now, that's what happens sometimes in certain fights. Let's see what the celebrities said. A draw? Okay, whatever. Congratulations, mad props to Roy Jones. Respect to both legends tonight for stepping up to this challenge for entertainment. Entertainment. Them boys fighting like uncles at the family reunion. Snoop Dogg said that. Snoop Dogg seems to get the unofficial MVP of the tonight and of the commentating because Snoop Dogg was having the one-liners and he had us rolling over here. Tyson can't whoop Roy. Roy playing what, man? That's what he's talking about. Again, best night in history of boxing because two legends, two boxers that we love were fighting. Let's see what George Foreman. At 50, these guys are fighting real fight. Tyson is doing nothing power shots. He says after looking early like he just didn't have anything for Mike, Roy came back to make it a fight. That was more than could have been reasonably expected. And it wasn't just me that had that sense of, hey, what's going on here? What's happening? I knew it wasn't just me. Tyson won. Not sure about anyone else, but I'm sure the promoters did. And this isn't the last we've seen of this stuff. Teddy Atlas shooting it straight. Here's somebody says Tyson, great fight. Hats off to both fighters. I'm more than impressed right now by both of these legends. This is what people are saying. Past age of 50, forever legends. Thank you, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. If this Look what Eddie Alvarez said. Tyson, thank you, fellas. Basically, this sums it up. Flashes of greatness, but time gets us all. That's what we have. This is what we have. It's two legends in the ring giving it their all. Now I can't show you the fight. You would have had to you would have had to buy the fight, but we're just having a little after party talk about the fight because Roy Jones, my favorite fighter of all time, Mike Tyson, one of my favorite fighters of all time, with Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker. I mean, the list goes on and on. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I mean, come on now, guys. This was amazing that these two fighters could get in the ring and even do what they did. Right now, they're waiting on the post-fight conference. Now, Nate Robinson. Let me throw this in here real quick. I know Nate Robinson was talking and Jake Paul was talking, but I mean, you saw this. Wow. Woo! I felt bad for Nate Robinson. I don't know if I would even want to show the other one. Because Nate got wobbledy and got dropped like it was hot. Now, I felt bad. Nate Robinson life after loss. I mean, you can't sit here and make fun of Nate Robinson. I mean, come on, man. Look at this. Bop, wee, doo-doo-doo. Come on, man. That was not right. When Jake Paul said that he was going to knock out Nate Robinson, I was like, man, Nate got something for you. And then I looked at some tape of him dropping sparring partners because he hits near the temple behind the head. And he was just waiting for Nate to walk into something. And that's all she wrote. But back to the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones after party. Were you not entertained when Roy was ducking and dodging and doing his little shuffle and moving to the side? You saw that smart veteran movement, get behind the referee. Mike Tyson is hilarious. Max Kellerman said Roy Jones' style was built on his overwhelming speed advantage. Mike's style was built to overcome his size disadvantage as a short heavyweight. Roy is considered the boxer here, and in his prime was better pound for pound, but Mike is actually the more technical fighter. That's a good analysis. Mike Tyson throws a punch, Roy Jones. I'ma hug you. The internet is ridiculous. The internet is undefeated. Let's see some more of these. Hulk Hogan, if we don't do this, we are leaving money on the table. These two legends made millions of dollars doing this. Millions of dollars just to entertain you. Were you not entertained? I enjoyed it. We were here watching the fight, enjoying it, and we were laughing when Roy would do something. And Mike, again, my hats off to Mike Tyson. It looked as though his game plan was, I'm going to really try to hurt you, then I'm going to relax and just let you see what you can do. Oh, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to relax. That's all Mike could do. So Mike's restraint, because you can see his legs, his movement, he looked good. He just didn't overdo it. And Roy had enough resolve in him to say, no, you're going to have to fight me. I'm going to hold you. At one point, the referee was like, don't hold or something. And he said something. Roy was like, I got to hold. Roy was honest. Are you tired, Roy? Yeah, I'm tired. Roy was honest. It made it funny. And again, Snoop Dogg came in as the MVP. Gabrielle Union says, I want to hear Snoop Dogg be a commentator for every sport, basketball, football. Snoop Dogg can win an Emmy for his broadcasting tonight. Is that a thing? Can Snoop win an Emmy for broadcasting tonight? I mean, come on now. I mean, this was very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Two of my favorite fighters going in there, and everyone still with their faculties. Roy with his faculties, Mike with his faculties, and they did enough to entertain us. So was the whole night worth your $49.99 or $50? I believe if you care about giving back, it was. If you're trying to be some hardcore guy, you're probably just a casual. But if you really enjoy seeing legends. I enjoyed this. I think it needed the star power that it had tonight in order for it to go off like it did. I definitely believe it needed that star power in order for it to be what it was. I mean, look at Roy and Mike. They're in here. They're doing their thing. We don't want to give too much away because of the copyright situation, but they did come in here. They did fight. They did put on a show. I know right now that they're trying to do the post conference, but hey, let's go back to Nate. See, what happened was Jay was talking that trash, but I told him I'm going to show him. And then he said, whoop. And now they have like a meme challenge on Nate Robinson. Again, Nate Robinson got knocked out of his mind. He went down extra because everything Nate does is extra. And he was trying too hard, and he got knocked out of his mind. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. So show some love for the real entertainment of the night. Bro was watching his uncles fight it out at the barbecue, and that's how he did it. Look at this. Are the judges in Bird Box or something? A draw? Head to the nah. Why you ain't telling me J. Paul hit hard like Gina? Come on, the internet. I bet you wonder, man, come on now. They got to stop this. They got to stop it. The internet is ridiculous. I mean, come on now. Come on. This is crazy. But again, my hats off to Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. for putting on this show. These two legends got paid millions of dollars plus whatever the pay-per-view was to put on a fight, and we got a serious knockout. I mean, look at this, man. It come on, man. The way Nate went down was just crazy. I mean, he just dropped down. Now, everybody was seriously worried for a moment in the room where I was at. Everybody was holding their breath, wanting Nate to move. Nate had to wake up. Nate got knocked out of his mind. Look at this. Stop. Stop it. Internet. No. Leave his black card alone. Stop this foolishness. This was a entertainment contest, and Nate Robinson didn't win. That's all. Let's stop it. Let's not go there. Let's enjoy. Mike Tyson said, let's do it again. Roy said, I need to go home first to talk with my family. And I'll let you know. The internet. Mike Tyson said, let's do it again. Roy said, no. Come on, man. Pierce Morgan said, really enjoyed that. Much better than the cynics feared. Huge credit to both men. It takes real guts to get back in the ring in your 50s, and they both got in great shape and acquitted themselves incredibly well. For me, Mike Tyson won easily. He looked so fit and amazing. So it looks as though the consensus is that Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, Kid Dynamite won this fight. But as a draw, it just made it where, do you want to see this again? Now, do you think any other boxers could have this same cachet, this same regalness and interest like this? Because if anything, I was entertained. And that's all you have to be, is entertained. Did you guys enjoy this? Let me know. Comment when the video drops. I had to come on here after the fight because I know that there's a lot of boxing heads out there that just want to talk and see someone talking about it. Chrissy Martin, Vinny Pazienza, and Chad Dawson, they scored this fight a draw. They liked what they saw from Roy on the outside, and they didn't worry about all those body punches from Mike Tyson. They didn't worry about those. Draw. Now, Mike Tyson, you can tell by Mike Tyson's body language, is like, huh? Draw? Roy, let's go in there now and do it again. And Roy's like, man, if you don't. Roy is just happy that he is upright right now because we know Mike Tyson had the size advantage. But I was happy to see that Roy still was Roy in the ring, even with Mike Tyson going full speed, half speed, full speed, half speed. Roy was still Roy, and he surprised Mike with a couple of those jabs. And Mike even said one of those hooks got his attention. So Mike couldn't just go in there. But hey, dog, I'm gonna hug it out. That's strategy. It's part of boxing. Look at this, man. They need to stop. Look at Stephen A. Woo! Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., two legends, duked it out, did their thing. And here's what I know. It was more entertaining than the critics thought it would be. And now they have that little feeling inside. They got that little feeling inside. Come on, guys. You can't. Let's see if they're talking yet. They're still at the podium. I guess this is over. I thought they were going to show them having the interview or whatever, but I guess not. Again, I cannot show you the fight because if you didn't pay for it, you missed it. But it was entertaining nonetheless. I can show you there was a lot of closeness, a lot of slow dance. Play another slow jam. Woo! Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., they put on an entertaining contest for everyone to see. Bundu Jack in his fight, he did his thing. Nate Robinson, you can't play boxing, so he got taken out of the game, but I'm glad he's okay. I think after everybody saw that he was okay, that's when the memes start flying, and that's when all of this stuff happened. But when they were rolling him over like this, it was very scary for a moment. I mean, unless you're heartless, seeing somebody bow and go down like that, I think Nate Robinson, if you know him and you follow his channel and follow him, this is not going to deter Nate Robinson. It's not. We know that Jake Paul had the more experience. Jake Paul was the bigger man. What do you think was going to happen? Drake, stop looking at Nate Robinson like that. It don't matter, man. Nate Robinson came in here and he tried to do his best. I tried to do my best, but my best wasn't good enough. And that's just what it was. His best wasn't good enough. Congratulations to, I don't like Jake Paul still. I don't like him. Nate Robinson was not the guy who was going to stop Jake Paul. He needs somebody who has fighting skills. And so the draw in this fight with Iron Mike and Roy Jones does not sour the night, because at the end of the day, if you did see the fight, at the end of the day, you were entertained enough. I mean, these two legends, they went in here, they fought. Mike was glad that Roy fought back, and I think that's all he wanted to do, is just go in there and have somebody fight back. Go in there, have somebody fight back. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Did you guys enjoy this? Were you entertained? Two legends, Iron Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Let me know what you think. Until next time, it's Pedro Justice signing out.